YouTube has started. Podbean has started. What the hell is this? Blurry ass picture. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I was about to comment. Blurry ass picture. Nope. That's her homegirl that just died. Tell you how crazy and grimy this world is. Oh, never mind. I can't tell you that story. We're recording now. So I can't say what I just said and then have this end up being like on wax somewhere. Because it's gonna paint me and somebody in a very bad light, and I can't ruin any happy homes.
No way.
Yo, Jade, why you be playing with a nigga? Okay, I'm in the wrong part of Instagram. See, this is what I hate sometimes. Like, I go to Instagram to work, and instead of working, I start scrolling. I was like, yo, how the fuck does that happen? Yo, that happens to me. Like, yo, like I mean to go look up porn, and I end up on Facebook. Like, what the fuck? Oh, I am gonna activate somebody's fucking, what's that shit called? When you can't, I'm gonna give somebody a seizure with this fucking background. I'm about to give myself a seizure with this background. I can't use that shit. Fuck that. We all be going fucking crazy in this BIH. Okay, let's make this a good Monday. Oh, okay. Let's record on Instagram. Who we got left? Instagram, YouTube, OBS, Pod. Oh shit, the main one. The website. Let's get the website popping, so you guys can start listening to me ramble and get shit up. But this is just me basically giving you guys time to come in here. You gotta get that motherfucking door open. Guys be taking your time, CPT time and shit. Like how you go CPT time, my CPT time? Like, like you can't double down on the CPT time. Like, you'll never get shit done. Okay, I'm still on this show for you.
As Metro's Mercury grade approaches, I shall create the illest podcaster known to mankind.
But Master, what are you going to do?
Do me a favor?
Howard Stern, Stephen A. Smith, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle.
Why Dave Chappelle?
Cause he's a funny
I can't text it to you.
motherfucker.
Yeah, text it to me. I can't text it to you. I
Jay-Z.
can Instagram message to you. My phone's still disconnected.
Because he has money.
Yeah, send me a link.
You fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Master. I'm very sorry. The heart of India. The strength of a black man. And the pride of a Spaniard. I present to you MyT. It's alive. He's walking, Master. He's walking. MyT Sports.
I'm gonna let that breathe for you guys for just a second. Guys got that aired out? Okay, let's go. Good afternoon, and welcome welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only, the big homie Dollar Dove Ma Taylor. Yo, it is another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world. I got my co-host KJ with me. Listen, he's taking care of some technical difficulties, right? Not even technical difficulties, to be honest with you. He's just taking care of some shit for me real quick. So in case you can't see him right now, he's gonna be with us in just a moment. He's sending me some information so I can share some information so that I can get more people informing us as well. What's going on, Goods? I see you looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. Yo, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day today. It's January 25th. They said we had highs of 80, lows of 67. It's already 77 degrees, which we got a little hotter, which we could get a little bit more in fuego today. This is season 6, episode 75, excerpt 268 of the MyT Sports Podcast. And now that they can see you, yo, KJ, say what's up to the people.
I'm tired, people. But I'm here.
Yo, listen, it was a good sports day yesterday. Which means that there was a lot of drinking until a really late hour of the day, and
A lot.
I was still out doing deliveries like 4 o'clock. Oh, that's the other topic. Okay. Yo, but we got a big show. What we got today? We got Green Bay being screwed. We got the Knicks down 2. We got Watson to the Jets. We got some Jets talk that I need to get off my chest because I have to put something on wax. Because it takes a big person to do what I'm about to do, but I got to put something on wax a little bit later, right? Is Tommy GOAT worthy? We're gonna discuss that all as well. But before we fully start the podcast. Before we no. Before we 100% go into anything, this is now what, the second podcast in a row where we have had to say goodbye to a GOAT in whatever space that they were in, right? We just lost Hank Aaron on Friday, and that hit us as we caught the podcast on Friday morning. And then today, we come up with the news that, Larry King passed away. Mm-hmm. So you know how we do on the MyT Sports Podcast. Give me a second as we go through our process. Thank you guys for bearing through that with me and us, as we like to say again. Rest in peace to the great Larry King as he passes away at, what is that? The age of, what's that, 78? 98?
I think 80, 84, 86, something like that.
From 93 to 2021. That looks like, I don't know. I'm not trying to do math right now. That wasn't part of the job requisition today. So I'm not gonna go in and guess. But That's still so. Wait, yeah, that's still another one that's up there because he was Hank Aaron died at 86, right? If I'm not. We got the notes right here. '86. Yeah, Hank Aaron died at 86, and he's in that similar age bracket as well. So, like, not. Because like, you know what happened. Like I accidentally like to use the term tender age, and I don't want to do that. But like another GOAT gone. But I guess you could say at least lucky for him that he was able to at least live a full life before then. You know what I mean? And get all his roster. And he's iconic in this space of ours. Like in the space that we're in now, like. Not only is he iconic in this space, but he made that shit cool. Like he's one of those people that influenced it to the point that you're like, I want to be like. You would have said to yourself, I want to be like Larry King. Like, I want to do what he does. I want people hanging from my words, my opinion. You know what I mean? Like they do with him. I want to interview. I want to sit down with some of the big wigs that he sit down and get a chance to pick their brains. Like. He is to be highly respected. Like even if you may not have always agreed with his opinion, he is to be highly, highly, highly respected. So again, like I guess to the big up to the life of Larry King. And as we awkwardly transition from the death of Larry King to the New York Knicks, right? The New York Knicks fall twice. Like I got some things we could play with. I got some new bets. you know how I be, man.
Copyright.
No, there's no copyright.
No copyright here.
No, yeah, I made my own. What's going on? What's going on here? I feel like Podbean is messing with me. Not Podbean, but Instagram. I feel like the Instagram video is messing with me. So don't worry, people that's looking at us on Instagram. We'll get that squared away in just a moment. Don't you worry, MyT Pod family. Like I got a feed for you. All right, like we're gonna keep it there. We're gonna keep it running. So for the Knicks fall twice, Sacramento.
That's the one that bothers me.
And Portland.
I don't kill it too much for Portland.
The Portland loss, we could probably, I can be safe to say that a lot of us may have seen that coming. Especially after I gave them that whole entire. You know what I'm mad about that Portland loss? I just sat here on Friday and gave them a ringing endorsement that I feel like the Knicks sometimes they just play up to that now they play up to their competition, which is kind of what happened with Sacramento. Right? Is that you didn't take care of them the way that you should have, right? You didn't use your body, like, and if you let Buddy Hield do that to you, what do you think the tape study and Damian Lillard is going to do to you the next game? Because not for nothing, like the defense on Buddy Hield for Sacramento was bad. Like it wasn't good at all. It wasn't good. They gave him for somebody that can shoot the way he does. Like I don't think they gave him the same respect they would give Klay Thompson. Right. Let's put it out there. I guess to put it in comparison. And if you're not giving Buddy Hield the same respect that you're giving to Klay Thompson, then what just happened to the Knicks is what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna get blown the fuck, or not blown. They didn't get blown the fuck out by Sacramento. But you're gonna get your ass whooped. Or when a much better player is playing you, that's actually the primary ball handler on your team, on that team. Because I saw some of the shots that Damian Lillard was making. Like they played actually better defense on him than they were doing on Buddy Hield. Damian Lillard was just making some shots. Like Damian Lillard was just really, who the heck is this? Oh, really? I guess Instagram must have heard me talking a lot of Knicks. Yo, they got me a nice little Knicks face logo over here, B. Like, yo. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see it yet.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yo, they got a Knicks. Yo, I was like, what is this Lucha Libre shit they had going? It's a fucking Knicks logo. I'm all for it. This how I know I'm a pothead, because I want all the smoke. I want all of that shit, yo.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you. Remember, anybody that knows Snoop that listen to the podcast, anybody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that claims that they know somebody that knows Snoop. Which means that I know enough people in the wrestling business by now, I believe, that should know Sasha Banks, that should tell her that she needs to hit up her cousin Snoop. Hear me out. Nate Dogg School of Medicine. And as we talk about the Nate Dogg School of Medicine, I just want to backtrack just a little bit. I want to remind the people where they can find the podcast at. Instagram, you can find it live there. Plus the re-air. You can find it on the webpage, MyTSports.net. M as in Mike Weiss and Yankee T as in Tango Sports.net. You can find it there. You can catch all the re-airs there. Plus you can catch the live. You can hear the live show. You can watch us live on YouTube. Plus catch all of the re-airs as well. You can listen to us live on Podbean. And catch all of the re-airs there as well. But also with Podbean, this is where you can actually join this podcast. It's as easy as as easy as having a phone call. As easy
With headphones.
With headphones, please have headphones.
And no background noise.
Yeah, no washing dishes. We can take some dogs barking and all that. But if you're doing construction, if you're moving furniture,
you're picking up plastic bags.
In the conventional sense, not the biblical sense. If you're moving furniture in the biblical sense, we may allow you to call up to the podcast. We those kind of dirty dogs here. Well, at least I am. You make a call up for like that. But other than that, like, you may have to leave the rest of that. Like, we try to keep it clean here. But as much as we can. With background noise. Listen, you can call up smoking. You can call up drinking. You can call up high. You can call up drunk. You can call up sober. You can call up in the middle of making whoopee. We don't matter. But just eliminate all the rattling. You know what I mean? Like if you have a rattling headboard, then you had a problem way before you joined the podcast. You should have been put a pillow behind that shit. Sorry. See, and this is what happens. Everybody say, "What do you talk about on your podcast?" I be like, mainly sports, but we get sidetracked every once in a while. Yo. So, all right. So now that I've done, I told you to find the podcast. Right, we got the RRPs out. Let me get a couple of birthday wishes out of the way. Happy birthday to old battle buddy Dewan Bowdry. He had a birthday over the weekend, and also happy birthday today to Georgette Davison. Big up. To both of you. All right, let's get back into this next talk. Right, once again, people. So I'm gonna say it here for anybody that listens to the podcast. You know what I mean? Like, tell your family and your friends that Usher, Jada, no, I'm sorry. tell your family and friends that if they no longer see like birthday shouts out that comes from me on my Facebook, that's because they get them on the podcast. So if they're not catching them, that means they're not listening to the podcast. I mean, if you want to hear your birthday wish, join the podcast. You get your birthday love. The one Bowdry, Battle Buddy, Georgette Davison. Can't remember where the hell I know you from. I feel like your family though. Like, it's funny. Yo, I gotta go look at your friends list. I gotta go see who we have as mutual friends. It slips in my mind. A lot of shit slips in my mind. Just like that Sacramento loss slipped by the Knicks. Like, cause that was a close win. That was a game that they just never found a way to take control of, and they were always in it the whole entire game. And that's why I said I feel like the Knicks just start playing down to their they play down or up to their competition.
Because they worked the Warriors the night before.
Exactly. Which means with effort you should work the Sacramento Kings. With effort, you shouldn't be blown out by 20 by Portland by the first quarter. Or by the first half. Whichever one it was. But those are the Knicks.
Growing pains.
This is what makes them frustrated. This is what's gonna make them more frustrating this year than any other year because of the statement I just said. I feel like now, or the statements I've been saying throughout the year, that it's progressed from I have faith in them to I believe they can win every game that they're in now, to also that to the point that you believe that they may even be playing up to their competition or down to their competition. So that's really frustrating because now you believe that they can win every game, right? And now you also come to the fact that they may not be put it in constant effort yet. But that's to be expected from a team that I'm looking at with a first-year head coach. With the team, not but with first-year head coach. Every single person that is still on their rookie contract, I am deeming them a rookie. Because this is the first, if you was drafted by the Knicks, that is. Because this is the first time you've ever been coached for real in your whole entire life. Mm-hmm. So these are good growing pains to have. But these are the things that are gonna make this Knicks season frustrating. Is that you're gonna see them going. Remember when I cut out the record here, and I was kind of at the wins and losses. I was still like, yo, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. Like it was just going back and forth. But I was like, by the end of the day, where the Knicks are at right now, there's 8-10. Mm-hmm. If they finish off the first half of the season here, that's kind of where I have them at. About a 50% of 50, like either one game over 500 or within 2 to 3 games under 500. Like that's my 4 game swing. Not 2 games over, 1 game over 500. You know what I mean? To as much as 3 under. But we all know how the East is. If they maintain a close to 500 record, like a 48% win, 46% win. Once again, kind of like where they're at now, 44% win. That's the 8th seed. Or the 9th seed. Or the 10th seed in that playing game. And guess what? Either way, my prediction is right. Even then, we cashing out on that 22.5 game over under. Facts.
I can't wait to get paid. What? I can't wait to get paid.
I don't care if it's only $86, whatever. It made me invest all around in my team a little bit more. So, the Knicks are now 8-10. They lost 2 straight after being again 500. You see the Toronto Raptors trying to eke back into that playoff picture. The New York Knicks are 8-10 right now. They're the 8th seed in the East. The players will start right now. The 2 teams behind them are Toronto and Chicago. Everybody ahead of them are Atlanta, Cleveland. Wait, because we can't just say that anymore.
Cleveland! This is for you!
That's actually just for you, Chill, bro. Just to be honest with you. Like, that may be part of your intro. I'm gonna mix that in with some Mr. Clark. We look at Chill, Will. It's
fucking Mr. Clark.
Bring Chill, Will. Cleveland! This is like some shit like that. And then he'll come in there with his little ass pistol from Coming to America. Not Coming to America, from Harlem Nights. I love Chill, I really do. Oh shit. Listen, like Chill was one of the first people to call up and actually argue with me. You know what he argued with me on? A wrestling topic out of all of things. I was like, I like him. The fact that he came at me a wrestling match. He's like, yo, I don't even watch wrestling anymore, but yo, I got some strong takes about wrestling for you. Yeah, I was like, okay. Not to mention some of strong takes about wrestling. They keep running from your boy. The Dopish Podcast Network. You know how much I love those guys over there. But the Dopish Podcast Network, they're trying to put together a Royal Rumble podcast. And they're running from your boy because I told them, I got some topics that is going to drop everybody. It's going to be finishing move after finishing move after finishing move. I am eliminating the most people that ever been eliminated in this kind of format in history. Okay? Like, they are not ready for the kind of heat I'm going to bring. And the thing about it, I'm gonna give you a gimme. I know one of you is gonna bring up Dolph Ziggler, and I'm gonna give you him. I'm not even gonna talk about Dolph Ziggler. Like Dolph, he's gonna be on here just for me to cross off because I know one of you is gonna talk about him. That's how weak I know that topic is compared to all of the heat I got here. All in fuego. I told you we live in the most in fuego city in the world. You thought I was joking. All we do is spit fire over here, B.
Nothing but fire.
So, I think I've had enough Knicks talk for today. Like I don't know that's kind of shocking, right? But nothing really much happened. No big moves. Alex Burke is back. And we also see, I always forget his Reggie Bullock is back. Bullock. You know, Austin Rivers. Like so we're finally having a full team. Foul problems still tend to be our issues. Now, one thing I do want to say.
R.J. Barrett is inclining. His 21 shots a game now are starting to be closer to 500. Mm-hmm. They're starting to involve 4 to 8 trips to the line now. You know what I mean? Which I remember at one point in time before the Knicks had Melo, and I think they just had Jamal Crawford and Jared Jeffries and them boys. And I remember like the Knicks were playing really well. Actually, no, maybe even a little before that. Maybe a little after that actually. A little bit after, but they had like Landry Fields and a couple of people, and they were playing hard. And they were playing good in some games. But at the end of the games, it just wasn't working, right? Mm-hmm. Like people were getting buckets, and people would get like 18 points. And I would look at some of the box, so I'm like, you know what the difference between your 18 points and Melo getting 32? It was Melo's 14 trips to the line. Like, they had a bunch of people that could score 18 points, but nobody ever got to the line. Nobody ever got those extra points from the line. And that makes a difference from regular player to star player to superstar player sometimes. All those extra trips to the line, because all of those extra trips to the lines add to your, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what's so funny? I to even sidetrack again, because you know I got branches on top of branches. I got branches that leaves that grow branches, right? Because I'm about to side story some more. So, you know my big plant over there, right? And I should
The monster.
I should let the people on camera. So I'm gonna step away from in front of the camera to give you some behind the camera shit, right? For a second, right? Oh, let me get. Yeah, okay, I can see all this. So what happened is that I have a big old plant over here. Maybe you can't see it's being washed out because of the window back there. But as you can see, I got a nice little plant over there. I call him Tony Montoya. I have another mint plant that I'm growing. This little sucker right here. Right? I call him Minty Me. I just had to share that with you guys. Like, this is the kind of buffoonery I go on with sometimes when I'm saying, and you know what's so bad? Right? We talking about branches on top of branches. I forgot now what branch we was on. Somebody asked me, yo, are you gonna name your plants? Like, I didn't even have a name for them. And the moment they asked me about the name, I was like, Tony Montoya. Tony Montoya. Tony Montoya. Tony Montoya. And then now, I'm just naming them now. Oh, goddamn. So when you look, can you see at the side of that television? You see what's happening over there? To the left side? You see that? You see what I'm seeing? Wow, I didn't know it was peeking out like that. Huh. Like I knew about the one at the top. Like every day, that motherfucker surprised me. I ain't know the one at the side was starting to poke out.
It's starting to poke out.
Yeah, okay. So one got length and the other one got girth. Okay. Oh man. Well, yeah. So I never planned on naming them, and then when I knew I was gonna do the small pot, when it was like, oh, this was like a little minty. Oh man. So, all of those branches to say that we have different branches of players, right? And what generally separates the star from like all-star from that, it's usually just those extra points. They add to it. Now, somebody said something interesting that I always wonder. That how come if like you know how assists work, right? And I think it was Van Gundy may have said this, and I've thought this for eons, right? And this is because of video games, right? I'll be like, yo, man, you fucking up my assist numbers and you don't make these goddamn shots. But you get to the line. How come there isn't a 0.5 assist for free throws? Like, for every...
Because the shit is if they make it, it'll count as an assist.
Like, it should, because it counts as points. Like, I made the pass that
what I'm saying is, say going to the cup, I get fouled on a layup. If I make it, obviously bucket counts. I get the points. You get the assist. I still go to the free throw line for my +1. Yeah. But so yeah. If I miss,
it's nothing.
It's nothing.
So I've always thought that for free throws, like so for plays like that, or if I pass the ball, or whatever, or any play that could have been like, there should be a 0.5 assist given to that person, which would have made John Charles' numbers even more ridiculous. But
Jason Kidd too.
But I have thought about this since I was like a teenager. Like this shit used to come up. Like I used to think about this. Like I don't even think it was early NBA Live. I forgot what the other game was. You know what I mean? Like, cause I used to be like, yo, man, I would be killing these assists right now. If I can get like a half an assist for these fucking free throws. I was like, hey, why the fuck don't they do that shit? Then I heard Van Gundy say that shit with his outlandish ass. I was like, yo, yeah, see, I ain't crazy. Like somebody else is riding on the same crazy train with me at least. I ain't crazy alone.
As long as you're not crazy alone. And it's like on top of that, it's fucking Van Gundy.
What's going on, cuz? So I see one of my cousins hopped up. What's going on, Mika Eli? So as we're moving on from the Knicks, like I said, I see the growth starting to happen a little bit more in RJ Barrett. And I have to understand, it's part of a plan. Like you can see it's planned out that, yo, we're gonna utilize you as one of the go-to guys. You're gonna get 20 shots a game. And the same thing is being done with Julius Randle. You're gonna be one of our go-to guys. You're getting 20 shots a game. Now, if you go 2 for 20, that's on you. But you getting 20 shots a game. Like, so he's basically like, we're gonna treat you like a star gets treated. You're gonna be the game plan is gonna be designed for you guys to get shots, which means that as the team goes, is going to also depend heavily on how well you guys do, because I'm giving you the bulk of the order. Meaning that you ain't being productive with your 20 shots and all of the possessions that you get with those 20 shots to make the right plays, then guess what? And I'm putting this on wax right here too. These losses that the Knicks get, like when people start getting disappointed in the season, there's gonna be two guys to blame. It ain't gonna be Tom Thibodeau. It ain't gonna be James Dolan. It ain't gonna be Worldwide West. It ain't gonna be Scott Perry. It ain't gonna be nobody. It ain't gonna be Steve Stoute. It ain't gonna be nobody in management. RJ Barrett, Julius Randle. Those are the two. Because they're being put in a position where they gotta figure the fuck out now. If they can't figure the fuck out, then guess what? We need to upgrade. Now we know for a full fact we need to upgrade the talent. Because they're getting every opportunity to fail. But that's what stars get. Every opportunity to fail. And they're finally being treated as such. Not just some random cogs in a piece. It feels like they're being like, yo, you're gonna get the opportunity to shine. Here it goes. Do what you can with it. If you can't, then this may not be the best stage for you to put on your talents. In a starting role or in this role or whatever role.
Right.
Now talking about starting roles in New York. There's a starter out there that wants out of his hometown. And over the weekend, he made a never effort. I told you last week, he liked the back page story of the New York Post that had him going to the Jets. But over the weekend again, it popped up. One of the places he wants to go to are the Jets.
He go to the Jets. You a Jets fan again?
I'm gonna talk about that. 'Cause I have to put something on wax. I have to put something serious on wax. No.
That's a very, very good question right there. Are you gonna go back? Are you gonna be a whore and go back?
Oh, you ask me now? You trying to put me on the spot now? You want me to cut what my soliloquy and answer that question? Because I will.
Go ahead.
No.
Soliloquy first.
No, it's okay.
No. You can tee off or whatever you need to tee off about the Jets. Once again, I don't know why you need to tee off about stuff about the Jets when you're not even a Jets fan no more. You're a Giants fan. You need to find some Giants things to talk about and tee off about that shit.
You're also a pseudo Giants fan. What's going on?
The Giants became your team.
Okay, no.
You're number one. Not number two. You're number one. The Giants are my number two.
I'm a New Yorker.
Steelers are my priority.
I'm a New Yorker.
I'm a New Yorker as well.
I still talk New York sports more than anything else. But let me ask you this, right? Because you're a Giants fan. Right now, as we currently speak, who is generating a more hot topic news?
I mean, you know me.
Okay.
You know me. I'm Derek Jeter with mine. I'm quiet.
That's all that is.
I'm Derek Jeter with mine.
If something spicy was happening with the Giants, I'll be finding a way to tie up whatever I say in early Giants talk. Or even make it early for Wednesday talk.
Saquon, where you at?
For real. Like,
get your knee right, son. Come on. I see you about to trade with the nigga Odell.
Yo, Yo, so
And get Odell back.
so am I off the hook for that one now?
No.
Oh man. So no, the reason why
Daniel Jones, stop fumbling.
the reason why I bring Deshaun Watson back up again, right? And obviously, and his talk about the Jets is because it has so many like because obviously I know tons of Jets fans. And they're blowing up my text line. They're still blowing because obviously I'm not gonna detract from not getting information and wanting to know how they feel and shit like that. Like it's the same reason why I have a Giants line. Like I want to know how these motherfuckers feel. You know, I got a Bills line. I want to know how those motherfuckers feel. Like I keep in contact with all them motherfuckers. Like I want to see if anybody needs any therapy at any given time.
Oh, Bills fans need therapy.
Because anytime you need therapy, like yo, the podcast couch is open.
Bills fans, feel free to call up, man. We here.
So. The Jets fans have been really excited about all of the little like flirts that Deshaun Watson has been giving them. Like they've been fully excited, and they have right to be excited because Jets fans are all in. Like if they're like, yo, if we can get this isn't like Russell Westbrook or James Harden. Well, I'll not even say that because let's keep it Knicks, right? This wasn't like with Kyrie Irving or anything like that, where they heard the name coming in, or Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Let's put them, make sure we love them together, not just Kyrie. When they heard them coming in, they like how it was 50-50, how it was like how some people wanted him, some people like, nah, the price is gonna be too much. Oh, I don't know about. Every single Jets fans is like, yo, Watson, we want it. They're like, yo, listen man, what I'm saying. Like, if this is Watson, they're like, Watson. like, they are all over it.
They're like, don't fuck this up.
Don't fuck this up. Yeah, so they're to the point where I've heard now even possibly 3 first-round picks and Sam Darnold still. And also. The reason why this brings so much because what Deshaun, it's not even so much about the Jets too, because this also brings it to Miami. So like I said, from 305 to my city, right? Like we talk about them all. It's tying in the whole thing because there's still the Dolphins of who he verbally said is the only team he'd be willing to waive his no contract clause with, right? But while he said, yo, I want to be with you and only you, boo. Like all I want is you. Like I swear to God, like you're the only girl I want to be with. You know what I mean? Like.
I'm still keeping options open.
Like he's looking at every piece. Like he keeps at least look, or at least it makes it seem like he's flirting with every other piece of ass that comes out there. And granted, he hasn't come out and told any of those other teams that he loves them. He hasn't said I love you to any of those other broads. He hasn't even told them that they like them. Cause he just winked at them. Was like, hey, you know you can find a good guy like this right here. I cheat, baby. I want out of this relationship. I want out of this marriage. Fuck that. He over there talking to his new boo like, yo, I swear to God.
They're separated right now.
He's already.
They're separated.
Oh, they're separated.
They're separated.
But he still live in the same house. That's why he's telling his new boo like, nah, listen, like we separated, but
separated.
But yeah, we still live in the same house.
We try to file the divorce papers as we speak.
But yeah, we still live in the same house. Listen, I know, like I haven't fully signed the paperwork, like the divorce, but it's.
They holding it up. It's on their fault.
I swear it's coming. Like I love you. I swear I gotta love you, and I want to be with you.
On some ghost shit.
Well, just to let you know, ladies.
All these other teams is Angela, and Tasha is the Texans.
But let's let you know, ladies. If a married man ever tells you that he's doing that shit, he's lying. They have never left their wives to go be with the side chick. You're just fun. There's a reason why he's with his wife for 20 plus years, 15 years. Like you were just something nice new to conquer. Unfortunately, you were the thrill of the chase. And just like you probably had a thrill into swooning a married man as well, he had a thrill of you knowing that he was married and being able to gas your head up and still have you fall madly in love with him. And want him to be in your space and all that shit. Don't believe him. Don't believe any of them. Listen, take it from a guy. I'm swear to God. trust me, ladies, you know how I feel about you guys, right? You know how much I big you up on your space, and I try to and I'm trying to bring as much light, you know what I mean, to what the fuck you guys do, but don't fall for the old dicky doke. Right? Like don't fall for it. The married men, if you're messing with a man, they don't love you. Listen,
Messing with a married man, that's a danger zone.
And I swear, and listen, I know there's a couple of my homegirls that if you listen to this podcast, you'd be like, damn, why you gotta put I ain't saying none of your names, but I do have at least a dozen homegirls that this has been a problem with. And the bad thing about it, when it happened to the first one and I told them, I was like, okay, cool. When it happened to the second one and I gave them the example of the first one and it still happened, I'm like, okay, whatever. When it happened to the third one, I gave them the example of the first, it was like, no. Okay, whatever. When it happened to the fourth one and I told them not to do it, it was a bad idea, and I gave the example of the first one, it was like, so I'm just letting you know, like, we're up to 12 now. We're up to 12 of you. Like, some of you have gotten pregnant by them? Like, like, you know who you are. Like, I'm telling you, like, just to let you know, for the ones that may still be going through it or going through it, I know ones that have gotten pregnant by them, just to let you know, not one time did that married person ever say have the baby. So guess what? Not only have all the ones in the past are no longer with that person, but they haven't had any of the kids that they were pregnant with them by, and it's happened on several occasions, right? Like different people, like so none of them had the kids by that married person. None of them even talking to some of those married people anymore. It's never happened. Like it really is a phase. Have the fun. Take your heart out of it. Like get your nut off, but don't go crazy over it. You don't gotta become a nut. Just get a nut.
There you go.
None of my shit.
All right. Just like how the Jets are making me nuts right now. Alrighty. No, I will not be a fan of the New York Jets just because they get Deshaun Watson. But I do have to put something on wax because I have to do I do have to be a responsible adult. Right? And I also had to put this conversation on wax because me and Natalie started playing around this conversation recently as well. And the conversation, I was like, listen, man, like, the Jets really do need to get their shit together. Because, to be honest with you, they honestly do have a small window. Probably like a 3-year window where they may be able to swoon me back. But part of that, like, depends a lot on the owner. Like, and probably even them selling the team possibly. Like, that's what I was telling when I was talking to Nat. Like, I was like, yo, they need to, like, put, like, probably, like, sell the team or, like, something at top like it. But you gotta get this shit together and put out. They have to be like they can sue me back in within like 3 years. Like I'm invested in them. Like you know what I mean? It's like anything else. Like it's hard to just jump over. Like I have years of investments with them. Like even I got no more apparel, but you know I have years of investment with them. Of going through like the ups and downs of that roller coaster that makes me fully vested in the Knicks. You know what I mean? Regardless of how much Brooklyn is my hometown team, and I can root for Brooklyn on any given night when they're not playing the Knicks. You know what I mean? Like I don't have. They don't always draw the same emotions out of me. You know what I mean? So I had that conversation with Natalie. Now this is the part where I have to be responsible. So suddenly, randomly, without any knowledge, my Jets people started talking about me. They were like, yo, you still not, like one of them called me flat out, you know what I mean? Like he was like, you still not a Jets fan because of those false rumors about Woody Johnson? And I was like, well, he admitted to that shit. He was like, where? Because everything I saw was like, okay, cool. So and they started having a thread because I was doing something at the time too. So like this stuff was going on, and I got like 2 responses in, and then I think I had to do a podcast, and it kept on going, and kept on going, and kept on going. You know what I mean? And the part where I have to be responsible adult is that. So the rumors came out about Woody Johnson being insensitive towards the Black Lives Matters movement, but also towards women's rights as well, and not understanding why they needed to be. I think part of the thing he was accused of not understanding why there needed to be a Black History Month as well, and also why there needed to be like women's whatever. It's like some other shit, right? Now, even when this happened, I did say, listen, Woody Johnson's background just says nothing of what was said. I don't know if you guys remember, like his actions and words don't match. But if this is how he feels, like he could, like his action could just be his forced position. You know what I mean? So sometimes people's actions may not be what's totally in their heart, but they're just doing what's best in their position, which still is sometimes a good move. You know what I mean? But there isn't no real. It isn't just. There's nothing else beyond that. Like, he's just doing like the right thing at that right time. Like, well, why wouldn't I just hire this person? Like he isn't making a statement. He's just, yo, I need a black. Like there's black people in this league. I need black people, you know, on my team. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I hire black people? and hire and try to consistently hire the best black people and spend as much money to hire them. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of his philosophy. You know what I mean? But he could be in that same space and still be like, I have no clue why they need a Black History Month. Because one side is business, and the other side is one side is his thoughts and his country. Like, listen, one of my cousins, he knocks me because he's like, yo, if you can't like separate like your emotions and your business when it comes to like certain things, then you may miss out like doing some business with people. And I'm like, well, I'll have my morals. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, I think you guys like because of how I am. Like, I'm way more firm in my morals than anything else. Like if I did something against my own morals, that would discredit everything I am. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel too. Like, nah, I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? But
don't sell your soul.
But Woody Johnson has none of that to worry about. So that's kind of like the conversation I'm having with Nat. But the conversation that ended up happening in the text line with my Jets fan is that Woody Johnson denied all those comments. Like, I thought days after I heard that he had admitted to it. And that's what I heard. That he admitted to the statements. I was like, well, he admitted to it. There you go. Like, I don't have to wait for the NFL to do any investigation for them to punish him. I heard he admitted to it. Bam, that's when I washed my hands. Well, now, from stories what they've showed, like they've sent articles, I went researching afterwards, can't find anything of him admitting to it. To those statements. Actually, I find everything saying that he is denying that he's ever made those statements. So I said I have to be a responsible adult, and I can't sit here and continuously bash Woody Johnson and the Johnson & Johnson family for a specific thing that, as I do more research, I find complete opposite. That's what happens when you're presented with new information. Like, you're okay to change your opinion if you're and that's probably the biggest one. You can change your opinion if you're presented with new information. So I am presented with new information. I am putting this new information up for review officially right now. Just up for review. I have no clue what I'm doing. It's up for review.
And then Deshaun becomes a Jet, and then it's
no. It's gonna still. I still have to figure out more. And that's the reason I had to make sure I put this on wax before Deshaun Watson possibly became a Jet. Like, that's the reason why. Like, I had this on Friday's show. Nat about Jets. Still time. Watson 3 to 5 yes. Jets fans texting me. See, that was supposed to be on Friday's show. Because I really wanted to get it out before the weekend because I had a feeling that they may have gotten him over the weekend. I really did for some odd reason. So I really wanted. So like that's how I felt last week.
But they can't make trades like that during the season's still going.
So
they have to wait till like mid-March
when
the new league year begins.
Well, some reason in my head, I just knew it was gonna happen last week, over the weekend. So I was like, I need to get this out, you know, because me and Natalie had that conversation, right? And I needed to get that out before then, and then the Jets conversation started. I'm like, oh shit. That's why I had to add at the end. Jets fans texted me because they started questioning me. Right? And I'm like, this is ironic. And Nat and I literally just had this conversation, and separately, unbeknownst to anybody else, here comes all my Jets fans in the text line hitting me up around this same fucking topic. I'm like, okay. Apparently, the universe must be telling me that, yo, you need to go back and recheck some of these facts. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I'm in the process now. I'm going through all new information. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to find out where I heard that he had admitted to it and where that source is, because literally every article, and I went like 7 pages deep into the Google, shows him deny. Like, how many times does he gotta be like, baby, it wasn't me, for you to believe that he wasn't cheating? And I was like, shit. So I have to, like I said, I have to be fully responsible, and I have to put that. Like, I can't keep bashing that man's name anymore, or his company, and keep punishing him or his companies. You know what I mean? If that's not the case, and I also have to put that officially into review. So everything's being played. Everything's up for play. But I had to let you guys know, Woody Johnson isn't so. I am still looking into everything that involves Woody Johnson, and when it comes to black people and when it comes to women, black and brown people and women as a whole. Like, I'm still looking into that. If I continue to not find anything, you will not hear a bad thing about me come about Woody Johnson regarding that space anymore. Everything will be professional about his team and what the team does, and we'll see about my fandom.
He'll be back. They always come back.
Why you gotta give
They
him the
always
freaking
come back.
Lord?
Because for one, the Giants are giving them no reason to stay there. They ain't even talking about getting no Deshaun Watson. He'll be back. Don't worry. By the time the new league year comes around, he'll be back. He'll be back. Next September, just mark my words. He'll be back. He'll be back.
So that's all I had to get out with the Jets. I really wanted to get that out of the way. Got about like 13 minutes left in the podcast, and I think that will be irresponsible to at least not talk about at least one of the games.
In 13 minutes? Nah, forget that. That game cannot be talked about in 13 minutes. 13 minutes?
Well,
Talk about something else.
We can tease. We can start it at infinite. And it'll be the rest of it. They can hear on Wednesday on the on Wednesday's podcast. But you tell me we can't talk Tampa Bay and Green Bay.
In 13 minutes? Hell no. There's too much happening in that game for 13 minutes.
Can I tell you the first thing that pissed me off in this game? Actually, was there a moment that pissed you off in this game?
Oh my God!
What was the first moment that pissed you off in this game?
Okay.
Let's see if we have the same first moment.
The number one go-to thing that pissed me off?
Oh, number one go-to. I said the first.
There were too many, Pete.
No, so I'm
I got two of my...
I'm not even talking about the go-to one. I'm talking about what was the first play in the game that pissed you off? Like, what was the first thing that happened in the game that got you revved up? That got you mad?
It's not a play, really. More so Green Bay's offense. What annoyed me is everything that I thought that would happen happened a week later. Remember, I was saying that this shit for the Rams game. And I'm like, that's what makes me even more mad. I'm like, bro,
Yo, you know what's so funny?
y'all played me.
You know what's so funny? You just did that?
Me. You fucking played me.
Look at that. It's so funny you just did that. I had that ready.
Like, dude, son, you played me. The defense played me. The offensive line played me. The Rams have a better defense and a better defensive line than what they saw in Tampa. So I'm like, you took care of them niggas. You can at least hold up. Bro, they were getting their asses kicked all game long on the offensive line. That's one. That was the first thing that I noticed.
I'm pointing. No, that's for the people watching.
Oh.
Like, cause when I do this, I'm pointing at him. I'm pointing. It looks like I'm pointing at. Yes, that's not for you. That's because you wonder like, yo, what is he pointing at? I'm virtually I'm pointing at him.
Like the first play. I say the first play that really that started to irk me was when it was 14-7. Packers were driving down the field, but notice it wasn't because of Rodgers throwing. They was running the ball. Then all of a sudden they get down to the goal line area, and then it's 3 straight passes. I'm like, I get it, but you was running that thing right there in their throat for like 6, 7, 8 yards a play. Keep doing that. Then you got the first play, the drop here. The second play, you almost throw a pick to the linebacker. Third play, Devontae's out of bounds. Now you're kicking a field goal. So that was the first sign that really took me off.
Continue the first thing that pissed me off in the game was that once again, a Tom Brady team gets away with a dirty play that happens to turn around this game to start it going the other way. And what that was the first interception that Aaron Rodgers threw that they don't call pass interference, because the only reason he gets that interception is because he's pulling on that dude's jersey. So he pulls his momentum back, he pulls his momentum forward, he jumps in front of it, and after that interception, it was a wrap.
There's two number one. They
so that was the first play that pissed me off.
They go hand in hand.
That's just
in terms of everything from that game that pissed me off. The two things that pissed me off the most is Matt LaFleur. I don't give a. If I'm Aaron Rodgers today, I'm walking into that front office and demanding a trade. I'm demanding a trade. You wanna know why? I'm Aaron freaking Rodgers. I'm the league MVP. We're down 8 on the 8-yard line, 4th and goal, 2 minutes left in the game, and we're kicking a field goal. What makes you think our defense is good? Put faith in the Packers defense to stop somebody in the clutch? Okay. That was one. 2, that pass interference. The one on that third down that basically iced the game. Let me tell you why it pissed me off. Because one, that is a flag. Let's keep it real. That is a flag. My problem is you can't throw that flag the way you've been calling the rest of the game. Because just like you said, that interception right there, that's not the only time that there was some blatant pass interference or holding that wasn't called. Yeah. Numerous plays throughout the game. Numerous plays throughout the game there should have been PIs, holdings, illegal contacts, all of that. So if you're not going to call it throughout the game, why in the biggest play of the game are you going to throw that flag? You can't do that. You can't do that. And that pissed me off because now a game gets ruined because of your damn flag. Because what was going to happen? There was a minute and a half left in that game when that play happened. It was going to be 4th and 4, and for where they were positioned, they were going to punt, and Rodgers was going to have a chance to go right back down that field. Two things that pissed me off the most. There's still plenty more that pissed me off.
I know, yeah.
Plenty more.
Plenty
more that pissed me off.
The very first thing that pissed me off was the interception. The very last thing that pissed me off.
The fact that Brady won again.
No, not even that. Like, because
another.
I've grown to being of having football ruined for me by Tom Brady. Like, he ruins football for me. Like, anytime I see him up in the, I don't get any pleasure of watching Tom Brady play football. None whatsoever. It is literally like, oh, here we go again. Ho dumb hiddly ho. The most boring fucking person ever to watch play football. He literally sucks all of the joy out of football for me. He's a football succubus.
I think the thing that just, when it comes down to this, it's like, damn, another great playoff game possibly gets determined by
ruined by this man.
Gets determined by a flag.
You know what I'm saying? That man, but this man.
Gets determined by a flag.
Yeah, I'm disrespectful. Fuck you guys.
It gets determined by a flag. It gets determined by a coach all of a sudden choking.
Yo, okay, so back to what I was saying. The last thing that pissed me off? The fact that you aren't playing 4th down football in the red zone right there. Because if you miss it, you have them pinned. Like, B. B.
Here's the ultimate contradictory, right? They kicked the field goal, 4th and goal right there. Earlier in the game when they was making their run, they get the touchdown. They go for 2. I didn't feel like they needed to go for 2. You were aggressive then. Why weren't you aggressive on that 4th down? You were aggressive in going for 2 when I didn't feel like you needed to.
Like, I feel like
But yet 4th down right here, we kicking field goals.
You know what? I did. After I saw they kick that field goal, I did what it felt like the Green Bay Packers did. I went and I laid down. That's exactly what that felt like. I did lay down right there. I was like, and maybe because I've been watching this guy for so long, and I feel like everybody. Have you not watched this guy before? How are you gonna give him back this fucking ball at this stage?
The nerve.
Yo, you bust your whole nut, or you don't fuck at all. B, I look like a crazy man with the fucking Knicks word paint on my face right now.
Like, go out how you came, bro. I'm like, dude. Aaron fucking Rodgers, and we're kicking field goals on 4th and goal at the 8-yard line with 2 minutes left. But yeah, earlier in the game, 3rd quarter, when you get the touchdown, you want to go for 2. When you should just kick the extra point, make it a 7-point game. That's what you should have done. That's what you. I think also a reason why they kicked that field goal. You know why? Because say we get the touchdown, we still have to worry about the 2-point conversion. Why do you have to worry about the 2-point conversion? Because you took it early in the game and you didn't need to. Now, granted, you ran the play, man just couldn't catch the ball, but in all honesty, that was after Rodgers was scrambling because the play was dead. It just, it just so happens you can't cover people for a certain long time. Somebody eventually will get open. He just dropped it. But like I said, they had no business going for 2. It was still 3rd quarter. You had momentum is everything in the game of football. Basketball as well. Sports, period. Momentum is everything. You were rolling. You not getting that 2-point conversion just killed a little bit of momentum. Had you just kicked the extra point, you get the 7. Now you give Tampa back the ball. You're rolling. You're rolling. So who knows what would happen from there? But you going for it like that, you shot your own momentum that you were starting to build.
And you said we didn't have enough time.
It's not.
I know it's not. But if you like, we're gonna get a little bit more into them on the Wednesday show. We'll definitely get
Especially light skin wasn't here.
Yeah, we'll talk Kansas City there. But yeah, that game was just beginning, like the first interception. I'm like, here we go again,
dude. I was at Bruce. You would have thought I was a diehard Packers fan. How upset I was watching that game. From start to, you would have thought I was diehard. And literally, by the time I knew it was over, I was like, I was stuck and hurt. As if I was, I had to remind myself, yo, I'm a Steelers fan.
I don't look good in this kind of face paint.
Oh my gosh, this motherfucker is. Can't take him nowhere, man.
Yo, I couldn't take my face like this.
I'm gonna paint his face with orange and blue all over. You gonna be the crazy motherfuckers like over in Oakland when they go to the Raiders games. Looking like fucking clowns.
I always wanted to paint my face like green and white or like blue and white or something like that for like a game. Hell yeah, I always wanted to do that shit.
Fuck that shit.
I've been painting my face
I've looked
my
at them
whole
people.
adult life.
I've looked at them people like, yo, you have kids. Look at yourself.
Exactly.
You look like a fucking bozo.
Paint their faces too.
Fuck that. I'm like, yo, if you put that paintbrush anywhere near my face.
Fuck all that shit. You look like a crazy motherfucker.
With little fucking pirate suits and spikes pointing. I'm like, yo, like, I mean, every time I see some shit, I'm like, yo, that's somebody's fault.
That's the best part of tailgating. You see, you're missing the whole fun of tailgating. That's the best part of it.
No. The best part of tailgating is drinking, meeting hoes, and all of that. All that extra unnecessary costume shit, and obviously the food, especially if you people.
So let me ask you: if you were married with kids, you ain't got no hoes to be. So all you got is the crazy part of it now. I'm just saying.
I'm not doing all that. I can get a nice crew of people. We can go tailgate, drink our asses off, have a good time, go to the game, drink more at the game, leave the game, stay in the parking lot, pimp a little bit more, drink more.
And as you guys know,
have all that crazy shit on my face.
Us in the brew crew, we paint our faces.
And I look at them crazy each time. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
But folks, that's been our hour. I want to thank you.
And of course, Mark joins at the very, very end of the podcast.
Yeah, no, of course. So I want to thank you guys for listening to the podcast today. Hope you guys continue to catch a wave that never subsides. This is Tommy Martino with the MyT Sports Podcast. That is my co-host, KJ the Quiet Storm. Mark just popped up. He's like super duper CPT time. You know what I mean? We got Mark 350 over there. 21 Mark salute. I am Mark 350. He don't get that today. He too late for that.
Too late for that shit.
You know
you too late for your own drop.
You know what you get? Sorry, B.
Sorry, B.
Boss.
Honor.
You get the big boot.
All the bandwidth in the world couldn't keep me contained. No lag, no lag. Gonna share my talents with Podbean Live. Always knew I'd take the pod there. Just a lot later than a lot of listeners thought. Last of the real gabbers. Well, maybe not the last. Munchkin got good mic skills. New, improved MyT Podcaster. Potting down now. Last call for drinks. Bars closing. Sun's out. Heard the casino got a buffet breakfast. Don't want to go far. Wild night. Tired, B. Tired. MyT
Sports. I zoned out for a second. I was reminiscing about some fucking days in Canada with my cousins. Shit. Fucking started reminiscing about French class and all kinds of weird shit. Like, yo, I was zoning.
Who else is? Oh,